Healing sometimes feels very heavy, especially when you feel like you're carrying the baton in your family. And I feel like we don't talk about that enough. Like, genuinely, we really don't talk about that enough. Sometimes it could be lonely, it could be tiring, it could be draining, it could also be triggering, especially if you're still living with your family. Or maybe you do not have relation with your family, even though they're still physically here. I, in no way, shape, or form, want this video to come off like I am a chosen one or you are a chosen one. Because to be honest, it's not about being chosen. This isn't something that you choose, it's a calling. You feel called. And the calling comes as in realizing there are patterns within the family dynamic, within society, within yourself. It's your choice to break through them and to break through that illusion. And it's not an easy task. Like, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's not an easy task. It's something that I'm currently going through right now and really being challenged in. Like, as I'm sharing this, like, I don't have it figured out, bestie. So we're going to talk about it. Recently, I had my family come visit me from Puerto Rico. And what I mean by family is my grandma and my aunt, and I'm very close to both of them. I've been going through this huge change and this shift happening inside of me and in the work that I do and the content I create. And I feel like I've been on this path for a very long time, and there's still obviously way more to go. However, I feel like I kind of lost myself in healing, if that makes sense. I feel like it's good to heal, but I feel like I overdid it, and then I lost my way and I got really burnt out. And I feel like I healed so much that I healed nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? So it was interesting because when my family came here, I was experiencing moments of joy, happiness, but then I also got very challenged because I had these resurfacing thoughts around scarcity, which I've spoken about before. I've had these repetitive thoughts about like not being good enough, like, this life that I desire, these dreams, these goals. Because let me be so honest, you guys, even though, and I've always said this, I don't want people to see my content, to see me and think perfect, because that's not the reality. I used to think I'm falling behind, good things aren't happening to me, even though when I would look in hindsight or I would look back, I've come such a long way. So I've been practicing really understanding that this is my journey. I'm choosing to do things differently. I am creating ripple effects in my family. It's making me emotional, but it's like I'm doing things that others haven't done. And I'm inner I feel like sometimes you just don't know how much of an impact you put on others or you make on others until the time comes and you kind of understand it. And I feel like having my family here from Puerto Rico really made me realize like how much of an impact the healing that I'm doing is actually having in them. And it's a beautiful remembrance, and it kind of just reignited me to remember why it is that I started doing this in the first place, to remember why I do what I do, because I am in service to others. I'm in service to myself and divinity, but because I'm in service to myself and divinity, I am also in service to others. And it's such a humbling experience. And it's also very beautiful to be able to see in real time your ancestors asking for your help in healing. And I think that's the part that gets me emotional, because I don't think I'm a chosen one, but I do think there is a calling innately in my spirit to help break the chains, not just for me, but for my mom, for my dad, for my aunt, for my grandma, for my uncle, for my future children, even for my husband, and even for you, for you. And it just comes to show that we're all together. And it's not an easy task. I'm going to say that like 50 million times. It's not an easy task. People make it glamorous and funny and hee hee. Like, no, girl, this is like in the trenches. Like, I'm ready to take a look at the things that my family members did or didn't do, lack thereof. And I'm sitting in the trenches going down deep and like really, you know, transcending this ish and sending it that. back. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this all started happening because my aunt asked me for assistance. And I can see the desperation. And I'm not going to share her story because I feel like that's her story to share. And obviously, she's not here. But the point is, she asked me for assistance, and I felt in my soul. And when you know when you're called to help people, you know when spirit says this person needs help, or these people need help, or use your gifts for good. And I feel like sometimes I don't like mixing family with healing because I feel like sometimes, the ego can get in the way. And I really, really try in every reading, in every session, in every video, and any piece of content that I do to really become a clear vessel so that there aren't no limiting beliefs, no obstructions coming into that healing session because the person doesn't deserve that. And it kind of like cuts the pure energy of unconditional love and whatever transmission wants to come through, obviously. It was an energetic exchange between my aunt and I. I was receiving that part of me that forgot and needed to remember why I chose to come here and why I do the work I do. And then for her, it was a blessing of release and feeling lighter and integrating perhaps a lot of things that she needed to integrate that she was never given the space or allowed to have this space or take up this space, especially as women, right? So I started observing, like, oh, this is where a lot of my patterning comes from. This is where a lot of my scarcity comes from because I've talked about it before. Like, I always feel like there's scarcity. And I'm not just talking about money, I am talking about resources. I am talking about safety. I am talking about energy. I am talking about friends. I'm talking about love, all of that. At some point, that little pea inside of me really thought that all these things were scarce. So I had to like hoard or save or cling onto. And that which you cling onto leaves faster. I know some people don't believe in curses, but I do believe in lineage chain. I do believe that we carry 7 generations, after us, 7 generations before us. And some of these ancestors we haven't even met, we don't even know, we haven't even scraped the surface. So a lot of the times we think that it's our trauma that's made us this way, but really it's the genetic lineage and the chains which you're binded to. And one thing that I've been doing over the past 4 or 5 years specifically is working with ancestral trauma and how to break through that and break through the illusions of scarcity, of comparison, of anger, of victimhood, of violence, of abuse, of just being and feeling encapsulated, having these dreams and having that little voice inside your head go, that's not realistic. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. I just need to have faith. My job is to have faith and to continue to do what I love most and to continue to put my best foot forward. That's it. The rest is out of my control. It's in the universe's hand. It's in the most high, and I'm okay with that. My job is to soften and clear my vessel so that I can receive. And that's the same conversation I was having with my family. It's not about doing more, it's about being more. And we've talked about that last week as well on the latest video. And it's like, I feel like it's beautiful because I'm seeing consequentially, right? I'm doing this healing, and then it's like the universe is reassuring it in real time, the integration. It's not that you're chosen, it's that you chose to listen to that inner calling. But you weren't chosen by anybody else. You did the picking yourself. And you feel called because you sense the patterns, because you sense the limiting beliefs, because you've seen how this has affected your family. You chose to do different. You're choosing to actively do different, and that's why you're here. And your job is to continue on your journey, to continue to heal, to continue to align, to continue to be you, to continue to be authentic, to continue to be on your journey and learn to discern which people need help and which need to be left alone. You saw the pattern, you learned, you healed, you transmuted, and you're headed towards freedom if you're not already there. So the fact that you're choosing different is already making you very different in the first place. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're experiencing right now, keep doing your healing, keep putting your best foot forward. I know it's not easy to get caught up in this, but if God brought you to it, He'll bring you through it. And there's a reason, there's a purpose, there's a season for it. So instead of fighting being different, perhaps for those of you who feel like that, this is your chance to embrace it. Embrace the power. Embrace who you are. Dare to be different. Nobody wants something that's the same. Be different. Be the different one in your family. Even if they don't agree, keep doing the work, because even if they don't understand it, it's not for them to understand. It's for you to understand. And it's not about feeling higher than or less than or having the spiritual ego. It's about understanding that the work you're doing really is affecting and creating ripple effects everywhere you go. So thank you guys so much for being here, by the way. I know I can continue to ramble about this, but I think I'm going to clip this video here for now. If you guys want, feel free to leave comments. I would love to hear about what patterns you're breaking in your family. What do you think you're healing through? Maybe you've seen your parents, maybe you've seen your siblings, maybe you've seen people around you shift in consciousness because you are also shifting in consciousness. So I look forward to hearing from you. And I always love reading you guys' comments, so don't be afraid to reach out. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really, really does help me to continue to make the videos that I enjoy, so that I know you guys are listening, that you guys are here, you guys are tuning in, and you're getting something really good out of this. And if you want, make sure to sign up for my newsletter completely free. I send a lot of channel messages through there and just conversations that we don't talk about on here on social media. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.